Whew, long day today. Hi everyone, welcome to Tuesday evening's edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video. We've had a doozy today with lake effect, one of the more significant lake effect episodes we've had in recent memory. It's also an early season lake effect event that we just went through today, and well, this meant some business. It meant, unfortunately, a lot of accidents, including some pretty big pileups, 80 and 76. Across parts of Mahoning County into parts of Trumbull County, and also out into Mercer County along I-80. We had a pretty big pileup earlier on today. As far as some statistics go, we'll see if I'm too tired to talk this evening. I was, of course, tracking all the snow and posting online from home this morning before I got to work, so I've been pretty much working all day today. 3.5 inches of snow at the Youngstown Ward Airport since midnight. That is the fourth snowiest one-day total on or before November 15th. I kind of arbitrarily set November 15th as kind of the marker for what is early season and what is not. Snow on or before the 15th of November, I consider that to be pretty early season. So from that threshold, from that date, today the fourth snowiest one-day total. Of course, everybody around here who was around back then remembers Halloween of 1993 when we had 5.1 inches of snow. Let's take a little tour of the region and show you some other totals that have been called into the National Weather Service. Up in Ashtabula County, as expected, they did pretty well up there with 7, 10, even a foot or more worth of snow. Down in our TV viewing area, let's query a few of these. Most of these are recent enough that they're pretty much going to be the final totals for the system today. Mount Jackson over in Lawrence County, 5. Newcastle, 4.5. Lawrence County kind of overachieved, a little more than I expected over there with these snow bands penetrating all the way down into the northern suburbs of Pittsburgh, in fact. Now, in Mahoning County, Poland to Boardman to Canfield, 3 to 4 inches was pretty common. Up towards Austintown, 4 inches, 5 inches, fairly common up through there. Once you're up into Trumbull County, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches, not unheard of up there. Derek Steyer lives up in Cortland, even though this report says 2.6. Derek said he had about 5 on his deck in the Cortland area. Now, I'm going to pause the radar loop here a couple of times. This goes back 12 hours. Most of our problems this morning with that big pileup on 80, not far from Austintown, right around here when we had this doozy of a squall coming through. Visibility was reduced to almost nothing, and it wasn't long after this that, yes, we had some thunder snow across the region. I heard the thunder. Oh, it was probably around 11 o'clock, maybe just a little after. Yeah, it was right there, closer to 11:30 actually. Right there, you can see one lightning bolt, and I'll zoom in a little bit. And this was pretty vivid thunder snow. It was a pretty loud clap of thunder at my place in Boardman. Yeah, 11:45 or so is when that occurred this morning. Then, let me actually rewind that again. Bear with me for just a moment. Accidentally advanced my graphic. And then as we got into the late afternoon, our focus primarily was on western PA, and this is what caused the problems along 80 in Mercer County with some of these heavier squalls extending from central Mercer County down into Lawrence County as well. Some bona fide whiteouts here east of Newcastle, between Newcastle and Slippery Rock for a couple of hours earlier on this evening. All right, now let's advance and talk about temperatures. Now that snow is winding down, our story is going to become the temperatures. As of 7:19, 18 degrees at the Youngstown Ward Airport, and that means it's a new record low for today's date. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the record low temperatures here. What I like to call the daily double, when we kind of break two records in one time period, and that time period I'm considering to be tonight, after dark. And so we've already broken today's record low. We'll break tomorrow's record low. We just have to get down to 16 to break that. I think we'll break that pretty easily past midnight tonight. I'm not going to be surprised if a 11, 12, 13 degree reading is fairly common across the valley tomorrow morning. Now, with this cold, not only the air temperatures cooling, but the road temperatures are cooling now that we're past sunset. And we're not in late December here. The sun is about as strong now as it is around the 1st of February. Strong enough that even with temperatures in the lower 20s late this afternoon, you get a fair amount of meltwater on paved surfaces, parking lots, and sidewalks, and some roads as well. Now that we're past dark and it's this cold outside with this kind of an Arctic air mass, got to be aware for things to get slick once again. on not only the secondary roads, but some of our major roads as well, especially if they weren't treated all that well today. Yeah, some black ice, potentially a little bit hard to see. So just a little thin layer of moisture left over from the day's snow and just the residual water that is sitting on the ground, the snow, the melting. It can be a little hard to see. And so if you're going to be out and about tonight into tomorrow morning, just be on the lookout for some surprising slick spots, even though what is falling from the sky is going to be very, very inconsequential, it looks like, from here on out. Wind chills tomorrow morning, not cold enough to cause any school adjustments, that is for sure, but this is cold stuff. We're talking single digits mostly for wind chills, and yeah, by mid-November standards, that is a pretty cold morning. All right, flurries will fade away very late tonight. Might see a renegade flurry at the very, very start of the day tomorrow, especially up in Trumbull or Mercer counties. Otherwise, some sunshine tomorrow, followed by clouds in the afternoon. Very cold tomorrow. We'll stay in the 20s. Thursday is kind of the opposite. We probably start with clouds and with some sun on Thursday, and it won't be quite as harsh Thursday thanks to a southwest wind. We'll get up above freezing into the upper 30s on Thursday, and then a couple of reinforcing shots of cool air, cold fronts, end of the week, start of the weekend will keep us locked way below average through the first half of the weekend. I think by Sunday we're back into the 40s, and actually early next week doesn't look bad. And we have a totally dry 7-day forecast. My 7-day forecast graphic that you'll see me show on TV tonight has not a chance of precipitation in it. Starting tomorrow, taking us through the weekend and early next week. Again, maybe a stray flurry early tomorrow, but nothing of consequence weather-wise coming our way. And after a rough day today, that is music to our ears. Thank you for watching the Tuesday Evening Weather for Weather Geeks. As always, you can catch my updated forecast tonight on 21 News at 11. Have a great Tuesday night.